Dear microbreweries, as much as I enjoy your quality barrel-aged beers beer is getting just a little too boring with so many breweries always using bourbon barrels. So one little request, do you think we could change it up just a little bit, use a different spirit or two? Signed, your biggest fan, AJ.
Hey everybody, I'm AJ and this is another beer review with Straight from the Tap.
This beer review is brought to you by Tavor. Get hard-to-find craft beer delivered right to your front door.
Alright everybody, so this week's new beer comes to us from Pelican Brewing Company out in Oregon, and this is actually called Queen of Hearts. This, believe it or not, is a gin barrel aged saison. Now how many times have we heard in the craft beer world of bourbon barrel aged this, bourbon barrel aged that? Occasionally red wine barrel aged this, but not very often do we hear about gin barrel aged beers. So when I saw it, I had to get it. So that's why I'm going to share it with all of you. Alright, so it's been sitting in my fridge for a little while, so it's been aging just a bit. There's no born on date on here, but it was at least bottled in 2018. So we're just going to open it up and we're just going to give it a try, alright? I don't personally drink gin like at all, but I'm assuming that flavors that I can't really tell are from the gin, but let's just try it out. Let's just try it anywhere. We're gonna get a good pour going here, develop a nice head. All right, pretty cool. All right, pardon the slightly dirty glass, but it's a clear body, straw yellow, and a nice fluffy little head there. So let's give it a sniff. Okay, so some citrus and some pepper, which is typically from the saison yeast. And also a kind of cool thing is I'm also getting almost like a little bit of bubble gum, if that makes any sense to you guys. And a little bit of honey too. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, that's pretty neat. All right, so again, we've got some citrus, but we got a nice little peppery flavor in there, and that's also typically from the saison yeast. Now, I'm also getting a nice little bit of caramel malt base, so a nice malt backbone along with all these other flavors is always good in my book. But some citrus, some tropical fruit. And on the back end is this subtle sweetness that it's made from, it's barrel aged in Old Tom gin barrels. So I kind of looked up Old Tom gin, and Old Tom gin is kind of botanical flavors. So now that I think about that, I am getting a little bit of herbal hops too. But it's a little bit sweeter. So there's a little bit of residual sweetness on the back end, which kind of makes it pretty cool. And it also finishes pretty dry too, which is, it sounds like it's pretty typical of gin. Nice. Yeah, so as it's warming up, getting a little bit more of that sweetness on the back end of the palate. Not so much of the fruit now as it's warming some, but originally I was getting some citrus and some tropical fruits. And that peppery saison yeast flavor is still there too. This is pretty cool. So obviously I have a 750 ml bottle to finish, and I'm actually gonna finish this, but I'm also gonna polish off this bottle in my new handmade carved from wood chalice from my buddy Craig McCorkle, who, if you look in the description, I have the link to his website where he makes all these by hand from tree limbs that have fallen and things like that, and it's pretty darn cool, This holds about 8 ounces and nice little engraved part on the bottom. But hey, I'm going to enjoy it thoroughly, whether it's in a glass or a wooden chalice. But you know what? I'm going to sign off, folks. always try something different. Don't be afraid to try different beers, all right? Gin barrel, why not? So I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna say happy drinking, my friends. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down in the corner. And you know what? Throw me a like on Facebook too. Wouldn't hurt, right? But happy drinking, my friends. Stay safe and cheers. I'll see you next time.